Mano Amiga, a criminal justice reform group in San Marcos, collected more than 6,000 signatures to get a proposed cite and release ordinance on the ballot this fall. The ordinance would allow misdemeanor possession suspects to be ticketed and summoned to court as opposed to being arrested immediately.
Yeah, because Mano Amiga, they had gotten cite and release passed, and they're working on getting cite and defer ordinance passed here in San Marcos. But the problem we've been having is having the police enforce that policy.
Though the program was passed in May of 2020, the ordinance must be voted on by San Marcos residents in order to be implemented.
I think it's a step in the right direction. I think it's following suit with Travis County out in Austin. I think it's something that you're seeing a lot of Texas cities go for. I'd of course love to see it take the full step.
Early voting in San Marcos gets underway next month leading up to the November election, at which time the ordinance will be decided. For Bobcat Update, I'm Zoe Fine. Rosh Hashanah is a celebration of the day God created life. It's a time for Jewish people to think about what they hope for in the year to come, to focus on self-reflection, and to spend time with loved ones.
It celebrates traditionally the creation of the world and the day that God relooks at his creation, at the globe and this planet and the universe, and reinstates his sovereignty over the world, as well as grants everybody with, blessings and what they need for the upcoming year.
A typical Rosh Hashanah celebration includes a variety of traditional foods and special prayers. To help ensure a new year filled with sweetness, honey cakes, apples and honey, and anything sugar-based are traditional.
It's a time of taking stock to kind of look back on the year and say, this is how things went. But it's also about looking forward and hoping for the best, really, in a way.
Rosh Hashanah follows the Hebrew calendar and is celebrated between September and October. For Bobcat Update, I'm Zoe Fine.
The dramedy was written by Aaron Posner. Life Sucks is about 7 people who support each other as they struggle with a variety of problems. The theater department's staging of Life Sucks will be the play's debut. Cast and crew are excited about the production.
We've taken our own spin on it, so there's a mention of Texas State in there, and the actors kind of molded their lines to fit how they look and their personalities too. So it's really fun, and even every time I listen to it or see them doing it, I fall in love with it even more. It's really great.
The show runs through the 30th on the main stage of the Texas State Theater building.
It shows us all that everybody's dealing with something. How we take a step back and look at our lives and what we do to deal with those things and how we support each other can be both very difficult, but also can be funny. It kind of brings that question, does life suck? Does it not suck? And different characters in the show have different perspectives that change throughout the show. The show also talks to the audience. It invites the audience to weigh in on that question and in a lot of ways.
Tickets may be purchased online or at the box office. For Bobcat Update, I'm Bailey Collier.
The university's rebrand has been in the works for at least 3 years and was launched during the summer of 2021.
Because ultimately, at the end of the day, Texas State Next is about taking the university and its values, which are really kind of evergreen, and presenting them in a way that is relevant to the audience that we're trying to reach.
The inspiration behind Next came from a variety of sources.
We looked at a lot of lifestyle brands, so things outside of higher education, influential brands for this generation, things that market themselves really well and identify with people and resonate and make an emotional connection with people.
Students will decide for themselves what Next means to them.
I'm here and I'm having a great time and I'm focusing on what I want to do. And I think that Texas State is changing, it's constantly evolving. And the fact that this rebrand is kind of representing that with like the next version of Texas State, I think is really cool.
I hear Texas State Next, I feel like the university went for more of for what's next for us, what's here, what are we gonna plan to do, what are we gonna do now that affects the people in the future, the students, the professors, everyone.
University officials say they hope the campaign inspires students as they plan for their future and pursue their dreams. For Bobcat Update, I'm Zoe Fine.